very exciting to watch their careers and to support their campaigns. And then we have, in the congressional districts, there are 3 open congressional seats. The Democrats for the 3 open seats have nominated terrific young men. I've known many of them for years and years. Randy Button is a new person on my horizon. But I am so impressed with him, with his energy and with his drive and with his commitment. And he is good on the issues, and he's been just a wonderful candidate.
Now, what district is this?
This is the 3rd congressional district, the district where Marilyn Lloyd is retiring. And the Republicans have nominated a very, very, very conservative, somebody said R for Republican also means reverse. And I think this man in the 3rd congressional district that the Republicans have again nominated would put the motor of government in reverse and go backwards instead of continuing the progressive trend we are now on. In the 4th congressional district, we have Jeff Worley, who's running against a man who Annabelle O'Brien defeated for the state senate 2 years ago. And the new candidate in the 7th is Harold Byrd, and I think we can not only hold on to the 3rd, which was in question, but we can take back the 7th congressional district and keep the 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, and 9th as well. So I'm very optimistic about what we can do if we stay focused and if we keep our campaign going the way we want it to.
Let's talk about that campaign, because I think Mr. Richardson, when he talked about the campaign, and of course we want to give you the opportunity to respond to essentially the same questions that he responded to. When we talked about the campaign, we wanted him to simply try to move, for the purpose of our audience this morning, beyond the ads and the television and all of the money that has been spent, to talk about the campaign from your perspective on how that campaign is going for the Democratic Party this morning. In addition, we'll talk about the issues. That is, how you see the number of issues and what are the issues in this campaign for the Democratic Party.
Well, of course, I talked about some of them in comparing the 2 candidates, and I think one of the issues is simply the experience of the 2 candidates for governor. The old saying, don't worry about what I say, look at what I've done. That's a broad consensus of what I was trying to, what the quote I was trying to remember. But the campaign itself is going very well. The Democratic Party this year has something that we have not been able to accomplish before. I can remember years when the candidate for governor and the candidate for the United States Senate ran away from each other, and they ran smack into the jaws of defeat, both of them. This time, we are all singing from the same songbook and all pulling the same way, and we have what we are calling the coordinated campaign, and that allows us to do many, many things that we haven't been able to do before, because instead of everybody duplicating, each campaign duplicating some things, the party is doing for all of the candidates some of the things like phone banking and getting out the vote and early vote campaigning and getting a list of registered voters and getting a voter history on them. And we're doing all of those central things. And then we're doing some news and media things for them as well. And I see the party as here to serve the candidates and the campaigns and to do things for them that we can uniquely do. We had a voter registration drive. Instead of each campaign doing their own, we had one, and we used the network of the state executive committee, the county chairman, the Democratic Women's Club presidents, the YDs, all of whom are across the state, and we had a ready network to call into service. And Democrats never have a lot of money, but we always have a lot of energy and a lot of people who are willing to volunteer their time. So that was what we did, and it has gone very, very well. I'm pleased with that. I think we're going to be just fine in the General Assembly. There will be some seats that will turn over, but I don't think there will be a net loss. So I'm not concerned there. I'm just thrilled at the level of candidates we have, the quality of candidates. I think every one of them is focused and determined to try to just put one grain of sand to make it better because he or she was there. And I am so excited. We've got Sarah Cowell running for the Public Service Commission, our fourth statewide race. And there is a dynamic, attractive, articulate candidate if I have ever met one. She's going to be a dynamo, and she's going to make history. I don't know how, and she hasn't told me what her long-range goals are, if she's even formulated them. But she is just a crackerjack.
Now she's for the Public Service Commission.
She's for the Public Service Commission.
She's essentially duplicating your position in terms of running for that office, is she not? A statewide office.
If she is successful, and I have every confidence that she will be the, well, actually the third woman elected to statewide office. We elected Sissy Daughtry, Martha Craig Daughtry, to the state Supreme Court. Subsequent, somewhere in the middle of when I got elected and this year. So she will be the third woman, but she will certainly cut a unique path all her own and be a great credit to Tennessee and to her illustrious family.
I think you mentioned it earlier when you talked about the organization of indirectly when you talked about the organization of the Democratic Party across the state. Let's look at that and